Hi, I'm Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development here at the Jayco Motorhome Group, and I'm excited to show you today the brand new 2025 Jayco Terrain. Now, there's a lot to love about the 24 model year, but there's a lot to love about the 25 model year. We've made some great enhancements, but before I get into those, I want to talk about the platform this sits upon. This is on the Mercedes Sprinter 2500 chassis. So what that means is it has a 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel engine in it, and it is all-wheel drive. So Mercedes made that change last model year for us, going to the 2-liter engine with all-wheel drive. Now, for those of you who are 4x4 purists, you think all-wheel drive doesn't have the capabilities I need. At the same time, I will tell you that I was thoroughly impressed when we went to a Mercedes Ride and Drive event down south. They invited myself, our engineering team, down to go and take one of these for a test drive on their track. First, we got in the 4-wheel drive unit, drove that around. There was steep inclines, there was massive moguls to where your opposite wheels were off the ground. And that 4-wheel drive, it functioned well. At the same time, it wasn't intuitive. I had to go shift between 4 high, 4 low, back up into neutral, and then finally into 4 low. It's kind of like an old school Nintendo cheat code on the dash. Now, with this all-wheel drive, I was impressed because it was intuitive. It sensed when wheels were off the ground and it engaged the other wheels at that point. Now, for you purists, I hate to say it, this unit is not made to go rock crawling. So you don't need the 4x4 capabilities of a true rock crawler. This is a motorhome designed for the 2 tracks, designed for the beach, etc. And so all-wheel drive is plenty sufficient, and it is a very good drive. So what I love about this coach is not only the chassis, but the ride and handling of it. At Jayco, we've installed our JRide system to this coach to make it the best driving Mercedes Sprinter 2500 on the market today. We are installing a rear stabilizer bar. It is heavy duty, and then also Koni shocks. So both of those combined, they're going to give you both stability and comfort in those shocks. They are a comfort and stability shock. So whether you are cornering hard on a clover leaf coming off the interstate, you get less body roll from those shocks because they only let a little hydraulic fluid through. But as soon as you hit that pothole, a lot of hydraulic fluid dumps through, and it gives you the comfort you need. That stabilizer bar helps with your left or right rocking also. So you are getting the most comfortable, stable drive on the market today. So I guarantee you, take this thing for a test drive compared to our competitors, you will notice a difference courtesy of the JRide ride and handling system. Now, this motorhome, some of the components on it, talk about the general components, and yes, we are getting to the 25 model year enhancements, but some of the components on this, Starlink. Starlink is standard. We absolutely love Starlink here at Jayco, especially on a unit like this that's designed to go out boondocking. That's what this is made for. Get out into the sticks and just get away from it all. Starlink keeps you connected to the internet if you want the internet. Now, just because we install Starlink doesn't mean you need to subscribe to it, but I know a lot of you love it. I interact with customers all the time who have it and love it, and they love the fact that they're always connected, whether it's through emails or chats, etc., or even for doing business on the road. So Starlink is a great feature. Also on this roof, you'll find a roof rack. And then we have a movable ladder. The ladder is mounted to the rear of this coach. Please do not climb on the ladder while it's mounted on the rear, simply because it's not designed for that. You have to take it off and then move it around the side of the coach and hang it on the roof rack, and then you can access anything on the roof. On the roof as well, you will find a 200-watt solar panel. That will help to monitor your house battery. Now, we'll get to the house battery here in a moment. That roof solar is expandable, so you can add another panel if you would like to. It will obviously help with your charging at that point. Coming down, this is a partial paint unit. It's not standard this way. Standard from Mercedes is this bluish gray color, and then we do option this matte partial paint on the back. If you want to go incognito, just go ahead and order it from us with your standard Mercedes van colors, or if you want to add a little pizzazz and flair, not a lot because it's matte, you can order it with the partial paint on it as well. You will notice that we have added all-terrain tires to this, and then also our matte aluminum wheels, black aluminum wheels, to give you longevity there. So on this side of the coach, a lot to love. The awning itself is a legless awning. It's a Carefree brand awning. It does have a motion and wind sensor in it, but anytime we install that motion wind sensor, we always encourage folks, if you're going out camping, if you're and then go hiking and then go kayaking, if you're doing anything away from the campsite, go ahead and retract that, because that is a fail-safe. You get enough motion and it will retract. At the same time, it's a slow retract, and so if there's multiple gusts of wind one after another, you could come back to a damaged awning. So we always encourage folks, if you're leaving your campsite, go ahead and retract your awning. So on the roof as well, this is a lithium system, complete lithium system. So there's a 48-volt air conditioner. That 48-volt air conditioner is relatively quiet and also is the most efficient on the market, because this is a 48-volt motorhome. So a 48-volt battery system tied to a 48-volt air conditioner. We're not having to have a DC to DC step down in that. So 48-volt to 48-volt, you get a lot of runtime on that air conditioner. So let's talk about the lithium battery system now. New for this model year, we have changed to a Lithionics battery system. And with that, it has changed some of the numbers, the storage capacity on this coach. So it is a 48-volt, 165 amp hour battery. So what does that mean in layman's terms? Oftentimes a manufacturer will advertise they have a 300 amp hour battery, or maybe 350 amp hour battery. And oftentimes that's what we get in our heads. Amp hours must be where it's at. But that doesn't talk about your usable fuel within that battery. To get your usable fuel, we need to get into watt hours, because, for instance, a blow dryer uses about 1,500 watts of fuel or electricity per hour. So watt hours is what we're looking for. I need to take my voltage, my 48 volts, multiply it times my amp hours, my 165, and then that gives me my usable watt hours. So this is a 7,900 watt hour battery. So do the math on that. You take your 1,500 watt blow dryer, take your 7,900 watt hour battery, divide your 1,500 watts. That's going to give you approximate runtime for your blow dryer. Practical things like the air conditioner, that air conditioner pulls about 900 to 1,000 watts per hour. Take my 7,900, divide by that 900 or 1,000, and that gets me runtime simply on the air conditioner, not with any other load. But please note that this battery does have a 10% reserve down at the bottom. So about 790 watt hours are unusable, because that lithium system is going to conserve itself once it gets down to 10%. Also brand new for this model year, we are optioning a second lithium battery if you need about 16,000 watt hours of energy. That is a lot of energy, but if you don't ever want to have to worry about how much power your coach has and you're not satisfied with the 7,900 watt hour battery, get a second one. It's going to cost you some money, but at the same time, 16,000 watt hours of lithium is excessive in my opinion, and it is adequate for pretty much any application. Here in a moment, I'll show you the inside of the coach of some other changes we've made. On the opposite side of the coach, you will see all of our convenient hookups, illuminated by an LED light, toggle on, toggle off switch. And this coach itself, it does have a cassette toilet. So your tanks on it, you have a fresh, you have a gray. Go to our website, jayco.com. We'll give you the stats on the fresh water tank and then also the gray water tank, but that cassette toilet's 4.75 gallons. What I love about cassette toilets, and you'll notice the door on the opposite side, is just simply that I can remove the little suitcase black tank and I can take it into a rest stop bathroom, public bathroom, and dump it in there, and then I can dispose of my waste in such a way. As I say that, I question, is that legal? So go ahead and filter that through your own grid, maybe do a little bit of Google research first. Ultimately, to say a portable black tank is very convenient. If you have a septic tank at home, you can drain it in there, etc. So love that about this coach. Let's go inside the coach and then check out some of the new features for this model year. Alrighty, so we are in the rear garage area of this Jayco Terrain, and automatically you're going to notice there's some differences in the back end here. We have added another L-track to the floor, and then also you're seeing two storage benches. Now these are optioned. So get ready to rewind the video and watch what I say here in a moment, because it does get a little confusing. As I mentioned, we do option a second lithium battery system. If you get a second lithium battery system, you automatically get a bench on your driver's side. However, you do not get storage underneath that bench because the battery's in it. If by chance I option that second battery, I get my bench, no storage underneath, and I can also option a second bench on my passenger side or camp side, and that one does have storage underneath it. But let's say I don't want the second lithium battery system. At that point, I can option this storage bench on the driver's side, or I can option both the driver's side and passenger side storage bench. So repeat, new for 25, if I option the lithium battery system, I automatically get a bench on my driver's side, no storage underneath. If I get that, I can also option a bench with storage on the passenger side. I don't want the second lithium battery. What can I option at that point? I can option a storage bench on my driver's side, or I can option a storage bench on my driver and passenger side. So there is storage underneath, both accessible from the top and then also the fronts of it. So this is new for this model year. I think it turned out great. We've been planning on doing this for about 8 to 10 months or so. Our engineers have been designing it, local company fabricating for us. So absolutely love it. While we're back in the garage area, just talking about the L tracks. We've added a third L track regardless of if you get the benches or not. And also, what I love about the L tracks is I can secure mountain bikes back here. I can secure storage totes back here because of the rings to be able to ratchet strap stuff down. And then also, in this current position with the storage benches, I can put my drop down bunk down and I get a large sleeping area going across from it, simply because we have the cutout fiberglass pods on both sides of the van. Now, this overhead bunk will hold 750 pounds in a static state. So if it's all the way down 750 pounds, if it's halfway up and I just simply want to curl up in a ball because I'm longer than this bunk without the extensions on the side, 750 pounds halfway up. Now, in a traveling state, it won't do 750 pounds, so we encourage you that if you are storing heavy material up above, wait to put it up there until your bunk is in its final position, whether it's 2/3 of the way up or all the way up. As mentioned, 48-volt air conditioner, it will keep this rear end cool, as well as your front living area as well. So I first wanted to talk about the rear of the coach. Now why don't you come on inside and I'll show you the front end. So we are in the 19Y Terrain, as already mentioned so far in this video, and we're in the front portion. And some changes for this model year is we have changed the rear captain seats to a black ultra leather, as well as the base of this to a black ultra leather as well. Just trying to tie it better in with the chassis cab seats, the stock Mercedes chassis seats. So wanted to tie that in a little bit better. You will notice on this wall that we do have the Firefly screen. This is the whole house multiplex system. I can control everything either from here or an app on my phone. This does monitor your Lithionics battery system, and it gives me information on that. For more detailed information, the servo screen down below gives me all my information. So that's what this screen is going to be. And then off to the side, your Timberline hydronic heating system screen. As mentioned, this is a Timberline heating system. It runs off of diesel fuel from the chassis. So 17,000 BTU furnace and hydronic water heater in here. So it does control my ambient radiant temperature within the coach, but then also my tap water temperature as well. On the driver side, right behind your front driver seat, we do have a power vented window. So simply a push of the button and it does open up, push of the button, it closes as well. That's going to be behind your cassette screen. All the cassette screens have night shades, but then also bug screens as well. Our cabinetry within this is all imported from Europe. The reason I say that is because their fit and finish is second to none in my opinion. So your overhead cabinets, your kitchen base cabinet, we do have a pull-out countertop extension here that comes out nicely and pops up and then slides back into place. Our base drawers down below there, again, all imported. We love the way this looks. This has been on our terrains for a couple years now, and we've gotten so much positive feedback, we didn't want to change it. So We left this the same, the decor in here the same, just made the tweaks to the seats. Your wet bath, a beautiful wet bath. It does have 2 bamboo shelves in it. It has drying racks, but then also your cassette toilets on the inside, as well as your shower miser, your AquaView shower miser. That AquaView shower miser conserves your onboard fresh water, so it's a recirculating loop down into your fresh tank. As soon as that water gets up to shower temperature, the blue disc on the inside will turn an opaque white, and it gives you a warm shower right away. So you're conserving your fresh water in this motorhome. I love that feature of it. That way I don't have to turn on the shower, stand outside, wait for it to get warm, and then step in and just waste a couple gallons of water. You'll notice in here that we do have nice storage area. Inside of this, we do ship some of our components, our 30 amp power cord, obviously the box for the JBL Flip 6 speaker, stereo system, surround sound, not surround sound, let's recant that, it's not surround sound, but your JBL Bluetooth speaker. What I love about this is I can have great audio inside the coach, or if I'm going out hiking for the day, I can throw this in my backpack and take my music with me. This, as you'll notice, this countertop is very spacious. This unit does come with a portable induction cooktop. It's stored down in the cabinet below. We've intentionally done a portable induction cooktop because we know that the countertop space inside of small units is at a premium. And so as a result, we want to give this to you 24 hours a day. And if you do decide to cook for that day, whether it's make the pasta or make bacon, just get your induction cooktop out, set it here, and go ahead and make your food. On the outside of the coach, there is a drop-down table. You have to have your sliding door open for that. That drop-down table is very convenient when you are hosting people. But coming back a little bit further, we are back into the garage/bedroom area. As I mentioned, overhead bunk, 750-pound rating, super convenient. It's powered, so a push of a button, it goes down, push of a button, it goes up. This coach has been a hit for us, folks, and I tell you, our enhancements to this model year 25 unit has just been the icing on the cake. Get out and check it out. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day for watching this overview of the Jayco Terrain. As I mentioned inside, you really need to get down to your dealer's lot. Get inside this, put your hands on it, take it for a drive. It is going to drive incredibly well. I love the cab area because there's plenty of leg room. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know I comment on that. I'm about 6'2", 6'3", and sometimes chassis are uncomfortable to drive. This Mercedes unit is a dream to drive for taller individuals. Also, if you're shorter, the seat does slide forward enough that you feel comfortable in it at that time as well. If you want to see this, you want to get down to your dealer's lot, go to your local dealer. If you don't know who that is, go to our website, jayco.com, and you'll be able to use our dealer locator. Just enter your state or province. You'll choose that you're interested in the Jayco Terrain, and it'll tell you who your closest stocking dealer is. Get down there, ask them questions, take it for a drive. If you ask them a technical question that they may not know the answer to, always feel free to give us a call here at the factory. A friendly receptionist will answer. Let her know that you're interested in talking to somebody about the Jayco Terrain. Let her know what state or province you're from, and she will connect you to a regional sales manager who's responsible to covering your state or province. They'll be able to answer pretty much all your questions. Now, if by chance you do stump them, they will say, I'm sorry, I don't know that answer, but I'll check with an engineer, I'll check with production, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get an answer, and they will call you back. So again, thank you for watching this video. Get out, check out this Jayco Terrain, and I think you're going to love it.